As it is Thursday, March 18th. Good to see you. So let's go ahead and dive into what we're going to be up to today. So we're going to continue again with the ending of the play, and you have a short sort of project to complete for today. So that's your only task. So let's look at the directions. And here's what this project's all about. You're going to address this question: what is it that makes Romeo and Juliet such a great story? And so here's my intro to this. You've now finished reading the play. It's widely considered one of the greatest stories of all time, right? It's Romeo and Juliet. And now your job is to create some small project. And I'll explain more what I mean by project in a second. Answering this question: what makes Romeo and Juliet a great story? And so here's some step-by-step directions to guide you through this process. One, I would like you to choose two elements from this list of options below. Okay, there are some things here that are the elements that authors can use to make a great story. It includes lots of different things, everything from humor to action to foreshadowing to imagery to conflict, dialogue, all these things that show up in a great story. And what I want you to do is pick the two items from the list you think were most important in making Romeo and Juliet a great story. And after you've done that, you simply create a little project that explains how those two elements made Romeo and Juliet a great story. So your goal would be perhaps maybe write 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraph for one element, 1 for the other. So for instance, if you say the action and the dialogue made Romeo and Juliet the great story that it is, maybe you write 1 paragraph on explaining how the action in the play made it great, and then you write 1 paragraph explaining how the dialogue in the play made it great. It's as simple as that, up to you which elements you choose. And you have some autonomy in the creativity of the process. You can make it something besides our normal text box writing, or you can just write in a text box. If you would like to do something creative, you can make a Google Slides presentation. You can make a Google Doc. You can draw it on paper or write it on paper and send me an email of the picture. Or you can just write your answers in a text box like we normally do. It's totally up to you. But if you decide to be creative, use my email to either send me a picture or share me on the Google slideshow or doc that you made. And otherwise, last hint I'll give you is remember, try to use lots of examples from the play. If you're trying to prove the action was great in the story, show some action in the story. If you're trying to prove that the dialogue was important, well, describe the dialogue that was important from the play. So try to be specific in what you're writing about from the story itself. But otherwise, good luck. I'm excited to see what you have to come up with. If you have problems, let me know. And otherwise, enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow.